Hey, Mark the Guitar Guy here, and we're going to be doing the nuanced version now of the right hand strumming pattern, getting this percussive stuff going on now. So if you haven't already done the lesson earlier on the actual main strum of this is for the in the air tonight, then you're going to find this incredibly difficult. So you need to make sure you've got at least the basic version of this down so we can start adding, which I feel is like kind of the drum groove of this song. And it's Phil Collins. I mean, man, it's all about the drum groove. So right hand picking we're going to be doing today. So if you don't already hold a pick, it's going to help you a lot if you can. So go check out those videos as well on Mark the Guitar Guy on how to hold a pick properly, because really there's so much percussiveness that happens from this. And then you'll see this with all my other videos. I'm doing a lot of stuff with the palm of my hand and with the dynamics of the different sound that's going on with the chords. And my left hand is not doing, I mean, I'm doing some stuff with the left hand, but it's not as important. But it's so hard to see because it's so subtle what I'm doing with my right hand. So we're going to be showing you how to do that today. So already we have the basic strumming pattern, right? Which is the, I'm going to do an A minor, the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. So it sounds like this. But we want to make it sound more funky. Okay, so how do we do that? So with all my previous videos, if you've seen this before, you're going to find this so easy, and you might even want to skip this bit so you can get to the chords, because that's got some different stuff that you might not have seen in the previous videos. But if you really want to do what I'm doing right now, then pay a lot of attention, because this is really, really going to blow your mind when you figure this stuff out. So what we're doing is we're doing the same strumming pattern as we pretty much did before, but we're adding in the palm of the hand. So the palm of my right hand, it's called palm muting, and I'm going to sit it on the strings about 1 centimetre in front of the bridge here. Here's the bridge, so where it contacts the guitar, and I'm going to let my hand sit either across the top of that or even just ahead of that and find the best spot for that. So you might find you playing an A minor, just doing downstrokes. You can hear the difference if I move my hand, the notes disappear, they come back, that warm sound. That warm sort of dull sound when I'm pressing down. If I can press down a bit hard, I can release, I can press down and release. All I'm doing is pushing pressure on the guitar and then taking it off again, but on the strings itself. So I can actually feel the buzzing and vibration of the strings on the palm of my hand. Now that's all that palm muting is. I'm doing downstrokes here. And if you've never done that before, that might be fun enough just to muck around with that for a while and just play around and just, oh, this sounds kind of cool. Famous song Proclaimers uses that famous muting sound, or any heavy metal or death metal is using a lot of that palm muting going on. But on the acoustic guitar, it's very percussive. Now, just with downstrokes, what I'm doing is I'm still strumming my hand. My arm's coming off this guitar, so my hand's coming off the strings on the upstrokes, and it's coming back down on the downstrokes. And what it is I'm finding the sweet spot where it lands just before I strum the strings, so that ends up with that sort of sound. So what I'm doing is down up strokes, the down, so I'm just landing the palm before I strum, and then on the upstroke I'm lifting it off. It's a good little way of getting used to finding the sweet spot, so that whenever you want to, you can just put that on and you get that muted sound. So you go from open sound to on, and then off again. So what I'm doing there with the right hand, I'm just bringing my right hand on and getting that palm muting really, really strong. And then when I want to, I'm just lifting it off and on to make it how I want it to sound. And it doesn't necessarily need to be exactly the same every time. Now I'm doing nothing with my left hand, by the way. All I'm doing is holding an A minor chord. I'm not doing anything flash. I'm not doing any fingery on-off stuff. I'm not doing anything too crazy. All I'm doing is using the left hand to hold a chord, and using the right hand to just hit different parts of the strings, to hit the top of the strings, the bottom, different experimentations with that, and I've also got that bit of a backbeat happening. And at some stage, sometimes I'll just do that, like at the end, I'll hit the last stroke with an open chord, so there's actually no muting at all. And And that sounds cool too. So lots of experimentation with that right hand will make this sound amazing. Then after that, it's just a matter of, for the verses, keeping it kind of nice and muted and kind of sedate, the song nice and quiet. And then for the choruses, I just open up a bit. Now for that part, it's a little bit different. So what I'm doing is, I'm no longer doing the mute. I'm doing the strumming pattern, the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. But what I'm doing is accenting the snare beat, which would be the dum chku ka, dum chku gon ka, dum chku ka, dum chku gon ka. And with my left hand, you might notice that my little finger does a little job there. It's just helping out with the snare by having it coming on and letting the strings loosen, so I've got that real backbeat sound. Now what I'm doing there is going down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, but down, down, up, down. That last bit, down, down, up. That last down I'm using as a snare. Okay, you might just want to practice that by itself. So A minor. You can either do a little finger helping out over here, or you can actually just do like a little stop with the right hand. So you can actually do like you strum the strings, but you actually use the right hand to stop the strings from sounding. So this is quite a bit further up the guitar. That there. And you can actually hear that noise happening. And then there's another one that happens. That last downstroke, down, down, up, stop, down, 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 stop. That's really important to do as well. And that's sort of the backbeat. Doom, chku, ka, doom, chku, doom, ka. That's what I'm trying to make happen on my guitar. Okay, so that percussiveness is all happening from stopping the strings, letting them ring again. So with my left hand, what I'm doing with that, by the way, just to give you a little bit of an idea, is I'm playing the A minor chord, but on the snare, sometimes I'll use my little finger, you'll see that quite a lot, or you'll just see me lift my fingers off, so if it's like an F chord. Or on the snares beat, that's that strong whacking sound that you hear at the end, boom, ka, that the ka part, that part is actually the F chord just released, or a G chord. Releasing the G chord and letting the strings become like kind of muted. And you'll hear, after I do the snare, you'll hear, I'm still strumming my tick-tock pattern, letting some of the strings happen, so you can hear sort of as if the drummer's doing some snare stuff, doing some ghost notes or some stuff on his hi-hats or on their cymbals or whatever. You can hear all the stuff going on within the groove. So it's just not do, ta, which is boring. So it's all the other nuance stuff that's going on, which makes it sound cool. So there you have it. That's pretty much all the strumming stuff that we need to do to make sure that we can do this song awesome. And it's really all about the strumming. It's not actually about the chords as much as you'd think. Although there are some chords coming. And for the next lesson, when we come back in a few more days, we're going to have a crack at making that sound awesome. Okay, we'll see you soon.